He's a very I like him. You know, you can tell that he played tight end personally. There's some things that he sees in our game that just somebody who you would have to play the position to like kind of understand what he's talking about. And so it's kind of convenient for him. He has an older room, and so it kind of just lets us go out there and play, and he's not micromanaging us. So I like him. He's a cool guy, and I'm glad we have him on board. Kennedy's my best friend. He's my roommate, and so it would only be right for me to tell you guys that he doesn't expect anything less of himself. You know, if anything, he's picking up right back where he started. Physically, he's still there. Mentally, he's still there. And so he might have been gone for a year, but that doesn't mean he didn't work. You know, he's ready, and he expects to compete and put on a show. Mikey is with the running backs now, and so I can't really speak for the coaches in terms of what they expect, but what I expect for Mikey is just to start dialing in on the little things. You know, last year was more of him knowing what to do since he played so many roles. You guys saw it out there. And so this year I think he needs to take that next step to not only know what to do, but to take advantage of when he sees opportunities on the field and to make every rep count as well, because like I said earlier, there's competition not only in my room but in his room as well. So as soon as he can dial in and mature a little bit, then it'll be all the better for him, and I think he'll do so more this spring. This spring so far, outside of our two practices that we have, just the stuff that we've done on our own, it's maturing. You know, Spencer's noticing things that he might not have noticed last year. He's fitting balls into gaps and holes between the defense that he didn't necessarily have this year. So he's intentional about how he approaches each and every session we have with the coaches, outside of the coaches, and that connection is only going to grow. It's only right. It's only natural, and so you'll definitely see that come the spring game, and especially here in the fall. It forces you to focus in on every rep that you have, because you only get but so many, and obviously there's only one or two guys out there at a time, so you have to make sure each one counts. But that's something that you can only expect here at the University of Oklahoma. You know, everybody's good, so it just makes us that much better to have to push each other and to make sure that we're locked in on each and every play. I talked about last year having the best tight end group in the country, the best tight end room, and I look back on that now, and it's kind of hard because we weren't ever all on the field at the same time. And so this year, I mean, the sky's the limit, man. We have somewhere around 1,000 total yards of production last year, and like I said, we all weren't even out there. So I expect the numbers this year to be astronomical, not only for myself but for Braden, for Stog, and the rest of the guys. And so we've grown every year, and I think this year will be the cherry on top, in my opinion. It's weird looking from the outside in. You don't know exactly what's going on with him because you kind of just want to give him his space, but at the same time you're concerned because he's not playing. You know, I've never seen anyone go off for a month like that just and be in that situation, you know, and be in the hospital and it not be necessarily football related. You know, this was something that was completely out of his control, and so you kind of had a little bit of worry, but to see him fighting back and to see him back on the field and getting after it like he used to, it just kind of gives you a little bit of hope, and you can't help but smile every time he makes a play and break the energy out there on the field. Yeah, for me, you know, it's crazy because I look at myself personally, and at the beginning of my journey, I was just focused on me. But now as an older guy, I can kind of sit back and look at the growth like you just mentioned, and I think it's been for the better. You know, those guys complement our defense. All those guys that you named, I like everything that they bring right now. They're showing glimpses of a bright future, and so I wouldn't necessarily say that there's something that they don't have that the past guys didn't have, like just character-wise or anything like that. But like you said, like the stature, it's different, and I like it though. It brings more competition on my end, so we'll see how things go.
For more information, you can visit TULSAworld.com.